So your friend runs to you and say, hey bro, get me a nice picture and make sure the background is blurred. But you are confused as hell how to do that. And if you are stuck in the same position, my friend, then you are at the correct place, because in this video I'll show you exactly how to do that. But before going to that, we have to understand a very basic concept of photography, that is called aperture. Aperture determines the background blur to a great extent, and there are basically two factors. One is aperture value and another is the distance. I will tell you everything, but for that stay tuned. By the way, I am Rajarshi, and today together we are going to fly without wings. Now, as a beginner, you may be thinking, what the hell is aperture? Nothing to worry about. Let me tell you in very simple line, that is, aperture is nothing. It is just the measurement of the size of the hole through which light will get into your sensor. It is a lens factor basically. Now, aperture is measured by f-stop number, f/a number. You have seen this, and it is really confusing, but let me tell you the exact relationship. Now, the higher the f-stop number is, the lower will be the aperture. That means if for f8 you have a aperture size of this much, then for f16 you will have something like this. f32 will have a even smaller aperture. Now my friend, I will tell you exactly how this whole thing works in the most simplest manner. Now what you have to do, for example, if you are choosing an aperture value, say for example f8. Now for this aperture value there will be a certain depth of field. For example, for f8, if you are getting this much of area in focus, then for f16 you will get a longer region, f4 you will get a shorter region. Now how this applies in practical life? To get a background blur, basically you need two things. First is the appropriate shallower depth of field, which you can get by choosing a lower f-stop number, for example f1.8, f2.2, f4 like this, and a subject to object distance relationship. I'll get to that later, but let us first talk about the aperture value. Now on the screen, my friend, you can see three images. Now what is this? The first one is on a lower aperture value, the second one is of a medium range aperture or f-stop number, and the last one has a high f-stop number. So as you can see, the the sample here, and the background has a plant. Now the background in the first case, the background is completely out of focus. It has got a very narrower depth of field, that is only the camel is in focus. Now as we go to the medium range of f-stop number, you can see the background is becoming much more clearer than the previous one. This is because of a higher f-stop number, that significance to a lower aperture value and longer depth of field. In the last one you can see I have used a high aperture value, and in that image the background is almost as sharp as the camel. So this is how the aperture value works. The easiest way to remember is more f-stop number, more region in focus. Less f-stop number, less region in focus. So next time if you want to take an image with a background blur, make sure you have a shallower depth of field, which corresponds to lower f-stop number. But there is one more thing you must take care of, that is the object to distance relationship. Now what is that? For example, your camera is set on a fixed position and your subject is a particular distance away, like in the diagram, and the background is also at a finite distance from the object. Now what happens for a particular value of aperture, the more the subject will be closer to your lens and the background will be farther from your subject, you will get a shallower depth of field. Let me give you an example. Here you can see three images. Here I have used the same f-stop number as f5.6, but in the first image the background or the background subject, that is the plant, is far away from the camel, that is our subject, so it is out of focus. But in the next image, the medium one, I have taken the background, that is background subject, the plant, much more closer to the camel, and you see it has got a lesser blur. In the last image I have taken the background almost close to that of the camel, that is our subject. So in that one almost both of them are in focus. So what happens, for the same aperture value you are getting three different kind of blur. depending on the distance of your camera to subject and your subject to background. How to remember this? Easy. Your subject should be closer to your lens and the background should be farther from your subject. You can get in the diagram below, and this is the second most factor that determines the amount of background blur. So my friend, for the next time you shoot images and you want to make the background blur, then you have to take care that you are choosing a lower f-stop number and your subject is as close to the lens as possible and as far from the background. So this is a simple trick in which you can make awesome background blurs. Hope you like this video, so like, share and subscribe, and stay tuned for the upcoming videos. Thank you.